What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
What's up? I'm sorry. Hold on. Bing. It's your boy, Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Now, understand this. We say a lot of stuff on the show. So we put the disclaimer out. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. We are still celebrating the GIBFF, the Gary International Black Film Festival. We have had a great time these past 2 days, and we're going to keep it going until we're done. All right. Seriously. The GIBFF, if you didn't know, it's they're doing some great things. All right. And this week they're having their film festival. And they're going to start tomorrow actually with a special day. It's like a red carpet day. Well, no, that's not the red carpet day. It's, you know what? I'm gonna need Gina on here to help me out because I'm flubbing. Marcy, what you shaking your head for? I see y'all in the background, okay? Shaking her head. She's probably gonna write a private chat too, all right? But look, this is what we do. It's live TV, right? Gina, what's up?
I'm gonna let you crash and burn.
I'm never gonna crash and burn. That's one thing I will never do. That's one thing I will never do.
You were on the right track, though. You were on the right track. Thursday, tomorrow is the pre-funk.
Okay. Oh, that's the one with the deodorant. That's the one.
The pre-funk, right.
DJ Owl Out is going to be there. Okay, one of the best DJs out there right now. He's going to be there doing his thing. All right. Let's bring everybody else on. What's up, Zell?
Yo, what's going on? What's happening, Gina? What's happening, G? Dope Living TV, what's happening?
Yes, sir. I never flub. There go Marcy.
You were flubbing.
Marcy.
Hey, Marcy.
Hey, Zell. Hey, Gina.
He flubbed.
Charge it to the game.
Hey, what's up, family?
Hey, Mo.
What's going on, brother?
Brenda, what's going on, Brenda?
Hey, Brenda.
Hello.
And there go the queen right there.
Oh, there go my girl right there.
Hello, Queen. She is
right there.
She is part of the consortium, I'm gonna call them, of the Gary International Black Film Festival. To get this thing together, man, it's been a huge undertaking, okay? And we appreciate you guys for doing what you are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Culture back here, man, bringing film, okay? Get into film and get outside of yourself. That's what you do. Mm-hmm. This is the 12th annual Gary International Black Festival.
Yes.
Film festival. And they got a lineup of short films, feature films, and panel discussions. And they're going to do all of that on the Indiana University Northwest campus. And it's just a weekend packed full of Black cinema at its best.
Man.
You're going to have a good time, okay? But tomorrow, again, tell me what tomorrow's going to be.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
I said, Gina, tell them what the mama going to be.
Hey, you got a bad reception over there. I don't know what's happening.
You're the blurry one.
I'm the blur. Am I blurry?
Go ahead, man.
Oh, I'm not blurry.
Girl.
No, this is going to be a great occasion tomorrow. It will be at the Gary Baseball Stadium. Railcat Stadium. Railcat Stadium. Huge stadium. I've never been there, so this would be my first time in the stadium. Okay. But it's just going to be full of artists, full of talented people,
Mm.
authors, artists, filmmakers, illustrators,
Mhm.
you name it, they'll be there. And this is the kickoff, the pre-funk. The 7th through the 9th is the film festival.
Mhm.
And they have so much stuff in line with this. As I found it, we found out that they're going to be at IU with the drive-in movies, taking us back, taking us back. Yeah. So
What are
this
those?
time I don't have to get in the trunk because I got $1.
Can I borrow one?
I got $1. So I'm gonna be driving in. Everybody else gonna be in the trunk.
Well, see, that's a good thing, and this is one thing I love about this group of people and the event is that they take it to the next level. You know what I mean? They don't want to stay conventional. They take it to the next level. So not only do we have a treat for our eyes, we have a treat for our ears, okay, and our souls as well. These guys are doing their thing, and tonight we have the creator of the Gary International Black Film Festival, Miss Karen Torrey. She's going to be on here. We got Jalen Scott. He's chilling in the green room right now.
Okay.
Maker, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta have a good time, all right? Jeff, what's going on, brother?
What's up, man?
Uh-oh.
How y'all feeling?
Got on your beanie today, huh?
Yeah, we throwing it down a little bit. With the covering,
Here we go.
Thanks with that beanie, though, all right?
With that
Let's
beanie,
get this started, man. Let's get this started. Again, we are talking and celebrating the Gary International Black Film Festival. I'm gonna say it till I get it right completely without having to wreck my brain. But and they're doing some great things, and I want to bring on the creator, the innovator, the woman who just decided that, hey, this has to happen, so I'm gonna make it happen. Miss Karen Torrey. How are you, Karen?
Hey, Karen.
Hello, how are you?
She's muted right now.
We heard her though. How did we heard her?
She bounced off. Okay, let me bring Jalen on. Jalen, what's going on, bro?
Hi, hello everyone. How y'all doing?
How
you doing, brother? What's going on?
Good. I'm doing good, man.
Hey, Jalen, we ain't shy here, bro. We ain't shy here.
Oh, trust me. You know what I'm saying?
He said, "I'm up for this. I'm up for this."
Exactly. He said, "I'm ready."
We get it in. I think Karen is ready here. Okay, Karen, what's going on?
I am well, thank you. It's good to see y'all.
It's good to see you again.
Hello.
How you
Good to hear
doing?
you.
Yeah, icon.
We don't see you, but you know.
We get to hear her.
Yes, and we are happy to have you on.
Yes.
Karen, she started this some time ago. And Karen, she literally travels a lot to get this thing. And Karen, we appreciate you giving us this time.
Right, I'm traveling right now. I'm en route, so I'm driving if that's okay, but I am hands-free.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, you better be hands-free. Tony Simpson says, "Hey, Jalen." Jalen,
It's so
man, okay, but Karen, again, you got it popping, girl. You got it popping here.
well. Actually, they got it popping. I just, sit at home and watch it all unfold. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting weekend. It's really good to see you again, Jalen. Hey.
Good to see you too.
So Karen, I want to ask you real quick. What made you come up with this? What was your drive to get a film festival, and especially in the city of Gary?
Well, Greg, I actually like watching movies, and I like watching movies with my friends. And so, this is a perfect way to do that is, watch movies and films in community and hear, stories about people that look like us and have lives that are complex and nuanced and, not one-dimensional like what we see. So, yeah, I can't. I wish I had this really incredible romantic story. But honestly, I really don't. I just enjoy and am transformed by the power of film and the power of storytelling. Because if you think about it, all that's left after we're gone is the stories that people tell about us. you know? So I just get excited, and, you know, I am very lucky to have some folks that got excited with me. You know, it's hard to get somebody to support your dream.
Right.
I've been super
That's true.
super lucky that, you know, the team that's on the ground in Gary, we've been together for basically 12 years. And you know that kind of loyalty, that kind of commitment is, I don't know. Now see, now I'm gonna get all weepy. I'm so glad I'm not on camera. But you know, I mean, getting people to believe in your dream, that's a trick, my friend. That's a trick.
Well, I know, Tony, that, you know, I mean, Tony, I know, Karen, that I was just reading Tony's comment here. Karen, you know, I've known you for a while, and I've seen what you've gone through. I don't know everything that you've gone through, but I've seen your process. But you know, you've had difficulties, and I don't know if you care to talk about some of those difficulties in getting this to the point that this is 12 years now. I mean, what were some of the difficulties that you had to get this to where it's at now?
Well, as a fellow creator, Greg, you know, just getting people to believe you.
Right.
That's thing one. That you know, that you want to do this thing, and you're going to consistently do it, and you're going to come back every year, and, you know, the whole thing. So that was the hardest part when we started in Gary. You know, we made a lot of phone calls and asked people to support us and jump on board. And people, you know, the most consistent thing that we got, and I'm sure you got the same thing, you know, when you started building what you're building, is why would we want to do that? Why would we want to have a film festival in Gary? And, you know, our answer was always, why not? Why not? Don't we deserve this?
Yeah.
Don't we deserve, you know, don't we have stories to tell?
Oh,
so,
yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, so I think, you know, I've been watching you too, my friend. I've been watching you, girl. I see you out there, you know, so I think you know what I'm talking about is first people to believe you. Then next, resourcing, you know, the dream, you know, paying for it, because none of this is free. You know what I mean? Not even the labor that our volunteers put in, that also comes at a cost, you know, because you're building relationships with people, you know, because people come back when conditions are right, when they feel honored, you know, when they feel heard and seen. So even the things that seem free, you know, take nurturing. You know, Jalen's a young filmmaker. He's learning that. You know, I can one of Jalen's stories. It was like, y'all, please show up for me. You know, people do and people don't. And, you know, the people that do show up for you, you have to recognize, thank them, and see them.
Absolutely. This is a different atmosphere for a lot of people. How do you get or do you get the people to send their films? I know at first is what I'm talking about. I know as it's grown, people are probably clamoring to send their films to you. But when it first started, how did you get people to get the films to you?
Just, you know, I was fortunate that I was already, you know, sort of working as a presenter in Seattle. And so even in Seattle, I came on the second year of the Langston Hughes African American Film Festival, and the curator and I would just literally watch other film festivals and reach out to those filmmakers and hope that they responded to us, you know. And so the first couple of years of the Gary International Black Film Festival were fully curated, which means that we would reach out to filmmakers, we would ask them to submit their films, and we would hope that they would even just return our email, right? And so after a while, you know, that kind of grows. You know, this person had a good experience, that filmmaker had a good experience. And over time, you develop relationships, and, you know, you just have to do what you say you're going to do. You know, if you tell them you're going to show their film, or, you know, that there's going to be audience, you need to try and have audience there. I mean, it's some really basic stuff. Do what you say you're going to do, you know, and people come back, but still, like this year, yeah, the content is amazing.
Yeah, we saw some of it.
Yes.
Yeah, but we've been kissing frogs for years. Just hoping, that, and every year, somebody, comes through for us. And, at the festival, we kind of say it's a film festival produced by your aunties. So we just try and treat people really good, to the best of our ability, to the best of our capacity.
Mm-hmm.
And, hope that we don't screw up too bad, because we gonna mess up. That's, that we're not perfect, but, we just try and own our mistakes. But yeah, I mean, and yes, it is a struggle, but it's not a struggle if you love it.
There you go. That's the key right there. We can close the show with that one, basically. You had a question.
Yes, you know what, Karen, I admire you because I know from year 4 moving forward what a struggle it was. Just mostly because Ludine was a part of it and she was a part of our family too. But my question to you, I'm kind of in the same realm. You're doing the films and everything, and I'm doing the authors. So I'm in the early stages, as you talk about it, where you're curating and you're asking people to support you, and you're feeling like I support all these people, and why aren't they supporting me? What would you say to an independent like myself when when we get to that point, or we feel like this is it for me, this is the last year, I'm not doing this anymore?
I'm sorry. Because I honestly, okay, I'm not going to finish that sentence, but you know where it goes. And we've had that, I've certainly had that feeling before. But focus, if you want advice, is just kind of unsolicited, but focus on what matters. And if you're about writers, just make sure that every writer that says yes to you has the best possible time that you can create, because they will see your effort, even if it ain't perfect. We've had filmmakers that have slept on our couches because we couldn't afford to put them in hotels, and all we could afford was a plane ticket. But it was like, if you will come, we will house you. And they appreciate that, and so when you bring, writers on, and you want to, bring their work to the community, just make sure that the community loves on that storyteller, and make sure that, to the best of your ability, whatever needs you can meet for that storyteller, whatever kind of conditions that you can create to celebrate their work, that you do your best. And they see that, the first year that we did the Gary International Black Film Festival, we were convinced that it was by the the venue, that it was okay to show this film on a wall and not a screen. And trust me, the filmmaker, they got up on stage for their post-screening interview, the first thing out of their mouth was, "This is not the film I made." And you know what I mean? And so, but they understood that we did the best that we could do.
Right.
So,
I like that. That's good advice.
As long as your people see you working, and the audience you bring to them shows them love, that's a winning combination. And those are your two focuses: the artist and the audience, and nothing else matters.
I remember coming in there the time that I came and helped. I was so overwhelmed with the amount of people that came, number one, and the amount of love that was being spread across that room. All right, the information was given, and it was a couple of days. I was only in town for one day, but I stayed the second day because I'm like, I got to see the rest. I have to be a part of this, and it was. I want to thank you for allowing me to do that. First of all, for you, and number two. This is the 12th year, Karen. When 2018 rolled around and that pandemic came up, how did you navigate through that?
We didn't know what to do. Just like everybody else, we didn't know what to do. So we, we started. Oh, that's right. We started what were oh, come on. I was listening to the navigation as I was driving, but we started Virtual Gary. So it was like, you can't go out, we can't go out either. So let's just watch films together. And we didn't understand the platforms, because the platforms hadn't really come along, like YouTube and StreamYard and all of the platforms that we have now to share content. We just had Zoom. And, Facebook Live was kind of, popping a little bit, and you could go live on YouTube. And so we just literally, did what we normally do, and, booked a film, paid the theatrical release fee, and just showed it in Zoom because that's all we knew to do. But I can read that it was we showed Contagion. And then we invited Dr. Janet Seabrook to join us because people didn't, I'm sorry, you said 2018, not 2020. That's a whole other story. So I was like, oh, the pandemic. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying, I think it progresses from that point. You literally had to start over.
Right. We did. We literally did. So, I think overall, I am really proud that from the outside, the festival looks somewhat well put together. Because on the inside, and all of you all, content producers know this, it don't look nothing like that. It's just, a bunch of volunteers scrambling, trying to put stuff together.
Yeah. It's hard, but you know what? The end result is a blessing. You know what I mean? And I think what you've done is you've created an opportunity for independence, for unseen producers, directors, actors, filmmakers to have a platform that's going to get their work out there. Such as Jalen Scott here. Jalen,
What's going on?
What's going on with you, bro?
Man, not much, man. I'm blessed to be here, man.
Man, for real. Okay, they have put together this platform, Gary International Black Film Festival, for people like you, man. All right, how did you get into filmmaking?
So I actually got into filmmaking when I was 18, 19 years old. I was first doing photography. I was just going out taking random pictures of different African Americans and just like building together a portfolio for myself. And the crazy thing about it was I said, okay, if I can create stills, then why can't I create stills, as a moving picture? So I invested into a camera, and I invested into my first camera was a Canon M50. That was my first.
Sir, I work with that.
A Canon M50. That was my first camera. That was my first video camera, and I was doing YouTube as well too. So it was a process at first where I was like, oh, I don't really want to do this. I don't really. This is just a phase that I'm going through. However, though, I started watching movies, and I said, man, what if I could do that? What if I could be the next big director? What if I can be the next Jordan Peele? What if I could be, the next Denzel? Because he's actually directed some movies as well too. So I was currently doing nursing, and I kind of got out of nursing, and I went to film school. I went to Columbia College in downtown Chicago, and I graduated from there with my associate's degree. And from then point on, I was doing club events. I was having it to where I've done stuff for G Herbo. I've done stuff for Migos. I've done stuff for Chance the Rapper. I've done stuff for NFL players. I've done stuff for a lot of people that I can put as for like credentials. And then that's when I hopped into, I want to get into like the commercial world. I want to see if I can create a movie. So I started with short films. My first short film was called The Way It Goes. It was about a young man who suffered from life experiences, and he was going through things, and he was using his surroundings as a way to get better, to deal with his certain types of emotions. And he was sitting at he was sitting on what is it, like a park bench, and just kind of thinking about stuff. And he kind of reminded himself of a tree. You know, trees go through different certain things, such as like winter, summer, you know, fall. They change through the seasons. So us as people, we change through the seasons as well too, because we have different emotions. We go through things. We have to make sure that we we're finding our purpose. So that was a big film for me, and I also did one called Illusion that actually got accepted into a film festival, and I won the film festival as well too. So
Wow.
that was a
Wow, congrats, man.
thank you, appreciate it. That was a
Big
big thing
deal.
for me, and it was a horror film as well too. So not too many black directors and people or black folks that are doing horror. So I was like, I said, you know what, I'm a kind of go out of my limits and go with that.
That's because we died at the beginning of those movies.
All the time.
Real quick.
Hey, well, in my movies, we don't. Because we smart. You feel me?
That's why you don't see too many black movies like that. We're
Yeah.
smart. We don't go in the building. All right, we're gonna walk on down the street.
And kind of to go off of what Karen was saying, a lot of people didn't believe in me at first. A lot of people kind of doubted me actually, where they were like, "Oh, you gonna do film? You're gonna do this? You're gonna do that?" And I was like, "Yeah, bro. Why not?" And they were like, "Oh, well, I don't understand. You were doing so well with photography and nursing, and why don't you just keep going with that?" I was like, "Man, I don't want to do that. That's not me. That's not a dream that I have." And and plus two, I can't handle. So I was like, nursing definitely wasn't for me. So that was just something that that I kind of took hold to from what Karen was saying, was like, people don't believe you until you kind of make it, or you get to that status of like, oh well, I won an Oscar, then people start paying attention, or for instance, like when I started doing the program with the fellowship, I was letting people know. I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm in a fellowship with Deion Taylor." They said, "Deion Taylor, what? Oh my goodness! Oh, that's amazing, bro. Like, hey, how do I get your contact, bro? How do I, what I'm saying?" So that was just something new for me that I had to learn, that I had to experience, and I shout out to the fellowship for real, because one thing that they taught me was that you gotta fight for what's yours. You gotta make sure that everything that you do is on point and that you stay 100%, to yourself. And one thing from the fellowship that I've learned too is that we got each other. That's one thing that I will say. As filmmakers in that program, anytime you needed help with something, you could call on somebody and was like, "Hey, I need help with this. Can you hey, is there any? Have you had any experience with this?" And they would. Some people didn't know, and some people didn't. They would tell you. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, I got you," or they'll research it, or they'll help you out any way that they could. And the teachers too. Anytime that you had questions or anytime you had doubts on certain types of things, they would always reassure you that, "Oh, we got you. You ain't got to worry about anything." You feel me? So
yeah, that's what's up. Now you rocking the Tyler the Creator. Look at you, bro. Yes, sir. The Tyler the Creator. Yeah, you know. So, Karen, how important is it with the fellowship? How important is it to get those people there? To make sure that they get involved with the fellowship.
Well, I think our job with the fellowship is to build the container. That's all folks like Jalen need. It's for somebody to build the container, because the creativity is there. That's has never been a problem in Gary. There's so much talent here,
Yes.
but
Yes.
there just needs to be a container where, that talent can be recognized so people can see each other, and it's an opportunity to network and meet other people, so, you don't feel so siloed and isolated. But yeah, beyond building the container and making sure that, folks like Jalen know about it, I feel like that's kind of all we need to do. They'll do the rest.
Give them that teach them how to fish.
Yeah.
Zell, you got a question? Zell, you got a question?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, I do. This question can either be for Karen or Jalen. How y'all doing again this evening?
Great.
Let's say tomorrow I'll wake up and I write a movie called Cook Them Grits.
Cook them grits.
Right. What is the criteria for allowing my movie Cook Them Grits to be a part of the Gary Film Festival?
Okay. Okay. You remember that part where I said we kiss a lot of frogs? Okay, I just want you to remember that. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So you know, I mean, the story. Okay, I should tell you a little bit about the people who are on our selection committee. They are literally people that live down the street from you and work at the grocery store, or maybe they're a nurse, or something like that. So it's not necessarily every film festival has a different method for selecting film content. But for the Gary International Black Film Festival, our requirements are the film has to be by or about Black people, which means, you don't necessarily have to be Black to be the filmmaker, but a significant portion of the content has to be about Black people. Okay.
Gets no blacker than grits.
So yeah, okay. So the second thing, which is really exciting and interesting is, homie down the block has to like it and think that it is worth it. So, that's I think that is a much more critical gauntlet. You can get your friends and family, right, to love your film. But, you could get old girl that works at the liquor store to love your film. Or if you could get, Dr. So-and-so, we do have one of our reviewers is a psychiatrist, so that group of people says that your story, no matter what it is compelling, then you've made it over that hurdle. And then we have a final smaller committee that basically takes from that content and makes that final selection, because now we're talking about space. Right? If you'll look at this year's Gary International Black Film Festival, one of the things that you'll notice is that a significant portion of the content is available online, right? So that is how we're able to grow the festival. But a festival programmer is going to look at how many venues they have and how much capacity they have for in-person content. So that's kind of like the architecture. But Jalen can probably tell you a little bit more from the mind of a filmmaker, like what he's thinking about when he's crafting that story. Whose voice is he speaking in and whose story is he telling in terms of making content that is compelling and award-winning. Jalen?
All right, will do. Thank you, Karen. Well, first and foremost, the criteria of like what we learned from the fellowship was creating like a storyboard, having a storyboard, having your script, having the treatment ready to kind of, present it to your audience or present it to the person who you're trying to pitch it towards to as well too, such as like whether it be studios, whether it be a producer or any of some sort. Me personally, I like to go out and I like to kind of be by myself. Another thing is I like to get apart. I'm always jotting things down. I'm always writing it in the notebook. I'm always drawing. I like to consider myself as an artist as well too. I like to create things in my head, such as like the characters. And can you say your title one more time, please? What the title of the film will be?
Cook Them Grits.
Cook Them Grits.
So Cook
the
them.
movie.
So do you remember off of Tyler Perry, obviously Miss Medea, and
Yes.
Grit Ball? Like I was thinking something like that, like where it's kind of and say the title one more time.
Cook Them Grits.
Cook Them
the
Grits.
Movie.
Therefore, that's right there. That title right there. That's your niche. You know what I'm saying? That's the attention grabber.
Come on, boy.
You have it to where, like, for instance, we got a house in Georgia. A house in Georgia. Everything is beautiful. It's a bright sunny day. You got little Timmy coming in from school for the bus, and then we have the mom and the dad who's at the door, and Timmy's friend is coming in, and then he's like, what's that I smell up in there? And then, you know what I'm saying? And the dad is like, yeah, that mama know how to cook them grits right there.
That's what I'm talking about. Fly, cook them grits, the movie.
We gonna connect, Jalen. I like where you're going. I like where you're going. I like your business, brother.
Hey, Jalen. You ain't seen the video yet.
Oh no.
Jalen. I'm gonna send you. They got a video. Zell used to be a rapper. Okay. They got a video called "Cook Them Grits." I'm gonna show it to you, man. This might be your Oscar-winning movie.
If you can get some chickens, it will.
Me and you, Jalen. Me and you, Jalen.
Oh man.
Hey. Jeff, you want to say something?
After this, I just want to keep listening real quick because we get some real good stuff here.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say was this, y'all.
I got two M50s. All right.
You got two
M50s. A drone. Let's go, Jalen.
Y'all about to make a whole video.
Oh yeah. Also too, you know what I'm saying? I got the Black Magic cinema camera.
I got the Black Magic too. The 6K.
We need to talk offline. We all need to talk offline. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Cook them grits.
We got two.
Put some butter on it.
He got a Zion crane. I got the DJI crane. Let's go.
All right, that's gonna be too real.
I'm sorry.
That's gonna be too real. That's gonna be so real that ain't even funny.
And see, another thing though is too, your audience is gonna be able to relate to it because it's gonna be like for people who like to eat breakfast in the morning, people are gonna be like, man, my mom used to cook them grits too. Like she used to, the little butter in the pan, the little salt and pepper, spraying.
Hey, you better stop, dude.
That's the way to go.
Jalen, thank you for not taking this as a joke, brother. I like it. You building it out. Let's go to work.
You know what I'm saying? We have a close-up. Yeah, that's another thing. We have a close-up of the seasoning. We got the close-up of the cooking. You feel me? And then you got the mom with the apron on. And then not only that, hey, not only that, you got Sam Cook in the background. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Cook in the background. Hey.
Wait a minute. What the hell, Sam?
Hold on. I gotta act this out for y'all.
Here we go.
Let's see this.
We got mom in the apron. You know what I'm saying? She cooking up together.
That's it. I'm starting.
That's it.
That's
it. To go.
Jalen, let's go to work, brother.
We need this video right now.
Oh, Lord.
That was good.
Hey man, you done messed us up now, man. Because we got a couple of I'm a budding filmmaker. Okay, I made a couple of little short films, man. But I'm ready to do some real stuff right now, man. Marcella, you had a question. My bad.
I do have a question, Jalen.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your favorite part? I think I might know this already now. What is your favorite part about filmmaking?
Oh man.
Okay.
Honestly, if I had to, it would for me it'd be the story. That's the favorite. That's my favorite part of filmmaking because I'm a film director.
I was going to say directing, probably.
First and foremost, I know how to connect with people. I know how to connect with my actors. I know how to get the emotions out of them. I know how to talk with them. And as for that, that's very important because some people have different personalities. Some people, and they want to create one. You have to believe in your actors to create that person that you want them to portray. So. For me, and I know that's getting out of the topic of the question that you asked, but for me, the most important part or my favorite part of filmmaking is the story.
Okay.
Karen, we are talking with Karen Turing and Jalen Scott about the Gary International Black Film Festival. It's actually the pre-show, I'll call it. Starts tomorrow. Tell us about that pre-show.
Pre-funk.
That pre-funk.
Make my pre-funk.
That pre-funk. There's going to be all types of entrepreneurs, artists, authors, singers, jury maker. Everybody's gonna be
Karen,
out.
we're gonna need to have some deodorant, man.
Kind of talent.
I want the funk.
Karen, we want some deodorant at the door.
Pre-funk.
Funky. We need
it is going to be incredible. It's going to be incredible. You know, there will be. It's an upscale affair. I just need to let y'all know that. At the pre-funk, yeah. We are. You know, there's also an attendant. What do you call it? We can only have so many people there. You know, it's it's an intimate affair. So if you haven't gotten your ticket now, you might want to consider doing that. It's at the Gary South Shore Railcats party deck. You know, so you can't fit a lot of people on the party deck. It's going to be a really sweet party. There's going to be poetry. There's going to be art. There will be vendors. There's a DJ. And you know, when the poetry is a throwback to one of our collective who is no longer with us, and that's Kalachuku Renfre. And so I don't know how many of you all remember a cultural event that happened I guess 12 years ago, because Kalachuku was one of the first people in Gary that literally reached out to the Gary when he found out that there was going to be a film festival here. He was like, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. How you going to have another cultural event here? And I don't know anything about it. So he reached to us. And it was like, hey, I'm trying to do a thing. You're trying to do a thing. Let's do a thing together. And so the poetry is a nod to, what Kalachuku brought to Gary. And if you ever went to Beautiful Soul, it was an incredible event. It was organic. It was authentic. It was funky. And we're trying to recreate that with the pre-funk. Thursday night, 6:00 at the Gary South Shore Railcat Stadium on the party deck. So that's what's up with that.
It's gonna be nice, man. Okay, and if anybody did go to the Inspired, what was it called? The Kelly's events.
It was called Beautiful Soul.
Beautiful Soul. This guy used to put on some very nice cultural, poetic,
just dope shows. Just dope. I mean, one of those shows where you come in and you want to stay for the whole evening. Like you want to get there early so you get a seat, because the poets are going to be fire. The DJs are going to be fire. And it was just going to be a lovely time and a really authentic vibe.
It's beautiful. It was a beautiful thing. Rest in peace to that brother. Knew him well, and the two of them together, Karen and him together, when they started doing it, man, I'm telling you, this city had a weekend, okay, of being opened up. You know what I'm saying? And Karen's just doing a fantastic job of making sure that we are culturally aware, with these Black films, and she's creating opportunities again as well for people that are trying to get these films. A lot of people are making films. A lot of people are doing what they call films, but they don't have an outlet. They don't have anything to show it, because you got these big names, the Warner Brothers and everybody else who are swallowing you up. Film festivals like this are the things that people need in order to make their dreams come true. Continue their dreams, I should say.
Okay, hey, let's take a minute and let's.
No, Marcy, go ahead.
We're going to take a minute. Thank you, Moby, to redirect, regroup, and refocus with our life coach, Jeff Relaford.
Let's go ahead, on Jeff.
Hey, real.
Hey, so this was going to be my statement. I just want to quickly just divert and change this into the moment here. So pretty much, it looks like what's going on here is that a person has come together to make family. Okay, family. And I want to say this: iron sharpens iron in whatever profession that you end up doing. When you put a lot of artists and a lot of talent into one room, you're going to get a big old melting pot of just creators, just in magnificent things happening. I can imagine the type of knowledge, you know what I mean, that's in that room. I can imagine the type of learning, the type of people receiving and getting into just little things and just making big things happen. You know what I mean? The connections must be insane. But one thing just sticks out to me is that whenever you do an event, whenever you have anything go on in terms where there's a lot of talent involved, there's always one thing that happens. You harbor a culture of family. And that is what this film festival has done. It has harbored a culture of family that comes back every single year, and they get better and better and better. So that's what I really want to harp on. Remember, family is key. Family is important, especially when you get into events like this.
Absolutely. That is the life coach, Jeff Relaford. He has a podcast that's on Monday. All right. Gonna be a different look in a minute. All right. So stay tuned. All right. But thank you, Jeff, for all of those wisdom. All right. A couple of comments here. Trey says Jalen onto something. He's getting it in. He stay ready. I see. And if you stay ready, Jalen, what?
Oh, you ain't got to get ready.
Yeah. You know, we say that. We say that. Trey says, I'm sorry. I love what you're doing, Karen. Love it. Well said, Greg. I don't like that. Anyway.
Ain't gonna put it back up.
No, Gina put it back up.
No, I didn't touch anything. Don't even try it. You put that back up.
Then it's magical. Just like this event that's coming. This event that's coming start tomorrow. It's a magical event, and you guys gotta come. You know, get your tickets. All right, you gotta get your tickets. You gotta come. This is not, you know, tomorrow is the pre-funk. All right, go to that. You know, make sure you go there. Network. Have a great conversation with everybody, but you have to look. There's one, and Karen, can you tell them about the lady from Gary on the first day that you guys are going to honor?
Sure. Opening night is a film, just like Cook Them Grits, that got submitted to the film festival. You know, and when the reviewers saw it, they were blown away. It's a film about Anne Gregory. Anne Gregory actually lived in Gary and became the first, not Black woman, the first Black person to break the color barrier for the Professional Golfers Association. And she golfed right out there at Gleason Park. And, you know, before Gleason, you know, before Black people could golf at Gleason, they had to golf someplace else. She golfed there first, and then she broke the color barrier at Gleason Park. And again, this little film was just out there. Filmmaker, just like Jalen, found a story, wanted to tell it, submitted it to the festival, and it's our opening night film. That's on Friday night. What I will say is overall, all day long, on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we have virtual films. So once you buy your pass, you can get a virtual pass, you can get a regular virtual and in-person pass. With a full festival pass, you can go to all of the events that are in person, and you can watch all of the virtual events. So we kind of have two film festivals going on. It's a hybrid. Things are happening in person and things are happening online. So Friday night, 6 o'clock, that's opening night, and we're showing the film. It's called Playing Through, and that's about Anne Gregory, who is from Gary. And then Saturday, you'll get to see Jalen in action. Right, the highlight of Saturday is going to be the Gary International Black Film Festival Fellows presentation, and that's at Indiana University.
That's amazing.
At 1 o'clock. Again, but we got films before and stuff going on after as well. And Saturday night, after the Fellows event, we just cooked up like an old school tailgate party in the parking lot at IU. So we're going to have the battle of the house DJs. We're going to have a Chicago house DJ and a Gary house DJ. They're going to be battling out. We're trying to get a drum line. We're trying to get a couple of step shows in for just like an old school tailgate. And that'll be from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock on Saturday at the Indiana University Northwest parking lot. And after that, we're going to have a drive-in.
Let's go.
Drive-in.
There it is.
Drive-in. So old school tailgate party at 4, drive in at 6, and guess what? It's all free. Courtesy.
What?
Say it
Food
again for the
trucks.
people in the back.
Food trucks. It's gonna be food trucks.
What?
It's gonna be DJs, right? And you can get in free. And it was brought to you by another person from Gary, another Gary filmmaker, came up just like Jalen. Listen to Jalen's story, because Jalen's story is also Deion Taylor's story. And I don't know if you all know who Deion Taylor is.
Yep.
Deion Taylor, who did Meet the Blacks.
Yep.
He did Traffic. He did oh, come on, I'm trying to drive and think of these films. But he is a working director in Hollywood. He has directed episodes of Power. And just like Jalen, drink that same Gary water. That's what I'm telling you. There is talent in Gary.
Yes.
There is talent in Gary. And so Deion is throwing y'all a party on Saturday, because Saturday is Deion Taylor Day.
All right.
Black and blue. Black and blue.
Black and blue, right?
Mm.
Right. Supremacy.
Yes.
Right. You know, Hollywood. Now, these are straight up Hollywood movies, right? And he's from Gary, just like us, just like y'all.
I understand, Jalen, you did a little work on Power too, right?
I have. Well, no, I haven't done any work, but I do have people who worked in Power. So, like my friend Ahmad, he's actually an actor in Power. He's also in The Shy as well too. I've done stuff on for Power, such as like venues. Like I took pictures for them when they had done. It was at the club.
Yeah.
It was professional work though, you know. Yes, so I will admit that. And yes, it was a great event to be a part of.
That's what's up. Karen, you brought Hollywood to Gary. I'm gonna play this trailer real quick, okay? We'll be right back. DopelivenTV Live.
Addis Ababa, Nairobi, Asmara, Khartoum, Harare, Hargeisa, Mogadishu, Kigali, Kinshasa, Dar es Salaam, Lagos, Accra, Dakar, Kampala, Lusaka, Johannesburg, Durban, Pretoria, Freetown, Cape Town, Cairo, Casablanca, Tunis, Algiers, Tripoli, Luanda, Bamako, Maputo, Abuja, Kumasi, Yaounde, Mwanza, Dodoma, Niamey, Ouagadougou, Juba, Lilongwe, Bujumbura, Bangui, Brazzaville, Mombasa, Lomé, Bissau, Djibouti, Monrovia, city to city, whole continent, Africa, unified especially in the minds of diaspora. Some to the village, townships, to the gritty core, refugee camps and lands plagued by war. Youth that don't speak their language no more. Ancestors kidnapped off shores. Empires built by workers forced for hundreds of years as an African source for all American culture exports. There's nothing more beautiful than black to me, nothing more complex than our history. Sankofa follow me since they first said go back and get what you lost. Fractals in the cross every time I rhyme. I'm carrying the torch, can't shake it.
That's it. Get inside.
All right.
Yes.
Karen,
Beautiful thing.
We love you. We appreciate everything that you have done to bring culture to the city, bringing Hollywood to the city of Gary, Indiana. Man, I don't know what else to say. Before we get out of here, though, Karen, everybody goes around the horn and we give some advice, some little gems, some little nuggets, so people can understand that we know things other than just what we do. We know life. All right. Can you give us some gems?
Karine.
Greg, do I look like I do gyms on demand?
I
don't do gyms on demand.
You always do. Yes, you do. Look like.
But here's what I will say. Here's what I will say about the weekend. I didn't tell you about Sunday, and you want to come out on Sunday because we will be giving out awards on Sunday for excellence in filmmaking and excellence in the community. And this is the People's Festival. If y'all don't come, then what are we doing, right? So it's the people of Gary that make this festival. So come on, let's have some fun. Let's go make a festival and watch some movies together.
Absolutely, absolutely. Jalen, give us some.
Well, first and foremost, for for a lot of creators out there, if you have a dream, make sure that you follow to it 100%. Give it all that you got. Believe in yourself. Most importantly, if nobody else believes in you, believe in yourself. So that's my word of advice.
Good words. Good words.
What's up? That's what's up.
Come out there to the film festival, man. See what it has to offer. These are people, just like Jalen said, man, they are not letting their dream die. These are people who are on a road to greatness. So, you got Maryville, Crown Point, you got Dyer, you got all them other places around, but you got GI sitting right there with a whole bunch of talent in that little bubble.
Yes.
So come see what that bubble got to offer.
Man, I don't know what to say here. Karen, Jalen, thanks for coming on. And Jalen, I'll tell you, young man, you are doing exactly what I tell every young man. If in order for you to do something great, you got to do something different in order for you to get that greatness. Period.
Wise.
And that's what you're doing, bro.
And thank y'all for having us. And Greg, thank you for saying coming home, because this is my home. And I'm glad you see that. I feel like you see me. Thank you so much.
I love you, girl. Marcella.
Yes, again, Karen, Jalen, thank you guys for coming on the show today. It was very informative. And Jalen, Zell, Greg, Jeff, I look for
Cook them grits
to sing Cook Them Grits next year at the Gary International
I'm gonna make up the beat,
Film
y'all.
Festival.
Zell,
Let's go to work.
Black Film Festival, yes.
Zell.
Let's go to work. All right. That's such great insight and information from Karen and Jalen. Thank you guys so much. Jalen, we're gonna be talking offline because we got some things we gotta work out. We gotta work on our storyboard, our treatment, and our script. There's an old saying: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So everything that has been talked about today is going together, creating family, brotherhood, sisterhood, just really connecting and going far. So this festival has been going on for 12 years. Let's keep it going for at least another 24 more. Right?
Oh, Gina.
Let's go.
Yes. I don't know what Karen talking about that she don't give gems on the go, because she gave me some gems on the go. So she better retract that statement.
Right.
But you know what? That motivation is what you need. And I'm telling you, when you have something that you have a vision and a gift, just like Karen said, just keep pushing, give the people what they want. Thank you so much for those gems. Jalen, we appreciate you. Keep pushing, young man. You make us proud. Tomorrow, come out to the pre-funk. You're going to see your girl there. But you know what? Support, support, support. I am coming every day.
I'm going to try to crash tomorrow if I make it back. Try to crash tomorrow because I would love to do Dope Living TV live right there at the film festival, because we still got one more day to do, y'all. So don't rest y'all sleep. Okay, we still got one more day to do. I'm gonna talk to Karen about that. Okay. Again, this is such a auspicious occasion. All right. I mean, it's not for the weak in mind. All right. Really, she says, get inside film, get out of yourself. All right. Film is and music is what makes this world go round. It takes us away from all of these wars and all of this pandemic and all of this mess. Okay, it gives us a different look on life. Period. And it just takes our mind off of all of the mess. Okay, I love what you're doing, Jalen. All right, Jalen, don't worry about Zell, man. You and me gonna talk. No, but and also, I was talking earlier to my publicist Katina out in California, and she was going to come on the show as well. She's with her investor right now with a distribution company discussing films. All right, she's able now to help people to get distribution for their films. All right, so it's just a whole plethora of things that are coming, and it's all from that lady in the corner right there. Okay, Karen. Karen, I don't know. I've always respected you. I've always listened to you, and the love that I have for you is just—it's never gonna be broken, and ain't nothing you can do about it. All right. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Thank you so much, Greg.
All day. Okay, this is Dope Living TV Live. We will definitely, and Tony Simpson, Ludine, Walter, man, you know, you guys are the teammates. You guys are putting this thing together. Man, this is something great for the city of Gary, and I hope everybody comes out and attends. If you don't make it tomorrow, we got Friday, you got Saturday, and even Sunday. All the events she said is going on, man. Y'all got to get into it, all right? Get into this. The GIBFF. See you guys tomorrow on DopelivenTV Live.
Peace.
Thank you again. Thank you again, Karen. We'll talk to you guys.
Bye-bye. Thank you.